In his third week on the job, Portland's new superintendent apologized for rolling out a plan to disband a program for gifted children without talking to families and teachers. Then, 6 weeks later, he announced a plan to disband a special education program, also without talking to families or teachers. The Oregonian/Oregon Live asked how this rollout of plans to break apart the Pioneer program for high-needs special education students differed from the one new superintendent Guadalupe Guerrero publicly called a mistake. In response, Guerrero said in a statement that he toured the school and talked to the principal and the district's special education director before announcing its students and staff would be dispersed to multiple schools around the district. He did not reference talking with students or parents except to say district officials would continue to listen to their concerns about their students' next placement. He did not agree to be interviewed. The statement said Guerrero and the special education administrators all are convinced this arrangement can meet and perhaps exceed the learning environment and educational options the students now receive. The changes and proposed changes to school settings is tied to the district's plan to fix inequities by ending its experiment with K-8 schools and returning to an elementary and middle school model. Oregon's largest school district found K-8s resulted in schools with too few middle grade students and, as a result, had anemic course offerings. The district's solution is to reassign students and open 2 new middle schools on the east side. But the district has a limited selection of buildings, and the cavalcade of changes being triggered are highly personal for parents. Many families are deeply invested in where and with whom their children go to school. That is particularly true for parents and students at both Access Academy and Pioneer School, as the students by definition were ill-suited and ill-served at their neighborhood school before they were switched to the specialized setting. Amy Estep, a classroom therapist who has been at Pioneer for 15 years, criticized district brass for paying a single visit to the school and speaking only with the principal. Guerrero, in a statement, was fairly straightforward about why he made the decision to evict the Pioneer program from its home in a former elementary school and an adjoining building on Southeast 71st Avenue and Division Street. Access needs a place to educate 350 students, whereas Pioneer enrolls just 126, a much easier number to accommodate in other district buildings. Access must move because its current building, the former Rose City Park Elementary, will reopen as a neighborhood school this fall to relieve extreme overcrowding at a neighboring school. Guerrero's initial idea to break up Access and spread it across 8 schools was pitched as a way to make gifted and talented programming more accessible. But Guerrero admitted in his apology the district erred in its urgency to find a solution to its building problem. He hadn't worked hard enough to understand Access, and he should have, he told families.